Great Scott, Marty! We gotta send you back to the future. Otherwise your parents will never meet. And then you will never be born. We need 1.21 gigawatts! How are we gonna find that power? Okay, that was a little too dramatic, but this is what we're talking about today, along with my black cat Shadow. This is the Delorean car. What a timeless visual masterpiece this thing was. Probably it would not be talked about at all today if it was not for the movies, but it was in the movies, Back to the Future, and it is now a timeless classic. A little underpowered, to be honest, back in the day, but people that own cars are actually doing a lot of renovations to their cars. But this is what we're going to be talking about today. You can actually still buy a brand new DeLorean in 2021 and beyond. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. Really interesting facts I'm going to be spitting about John DeLorean, the guy behind the famous car. So let's get straight into it. Here is Back to the Future. Da, 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 da. What an absolute classic this movie was. Of course, here is the DeLorean in the movie. Really sick looking car with its gull-wing doors, which was based on, why is it called gull-wing doors? Because of seagulls. Seagulls, gulls. The things that steal your chips when you least expect it on the beach. This is the flux capacitor. If only it was a real thing that could take us to anywhere at any point in time, then we would put all our money on Bitcoin as it first started, wouldn't you? All right, what are we up to now? We're going to show you guys a bit of a story. Now, this is the man behind the myth, the legend. This is John DeLorean. I've got a bit of a monologue to read you guys on my phone. Put a lot of hours into this video, to be honest, a lot of hours. So we're going to make this a good video, or as good as possible. This is live. Live can go wrong. John DeLorean built the DMC car with gull-wing doors. It was based on the seagull, that's what the name is coming from, the seagull bird, with a stainless steel body, and it was built in 1981. The company had celebrity investors such as Johnny Carson. Here's Johnny! Not the movie The Shining, but the actual Here's Johnny, where they got the reference from. Johnny Carson show, Late Night with Johnny Carson. He was one of the investors, celebrity investors. The car cost about $25,000 to make back in the day. But unfortunately, the first batch of cars, about 2,000 of them, were recalled because of dodgy workmanship. Eventually, no one was actually buying the cars. So after a while, it was a cool looking car, but the movie had not come out yet. People stopped showing interest in the car. 2,000 cars roughly needed to be recalled to be fixed. The cars themselves were underpowered. These were cool looking cars, but nothing really to write home about. They were cool to look at, but maybe not cool to own back in the day. But hey, things have changed, haven't they ever? What are we up to now? Okay, so by 1982, where is he? John DeLorean, here he is. The myth, the man, the legend. By 1982, just over a year later, the company was filing for bankruptcy, unfortunately. Even though the company had about 1,700 fully made cars left and a factory full of thousands and thousands of spare parts. So they had 1,700, did I say, cars available, and unbelievable. All these different spare parts, thousands and thousands of individual things that make up the car, the seats, the steering wheel, the mechanisms underneath the car, the bonnet, the doors, the gull-wing doors. They had all these parts, yet no one was buying them. The car company, who was named after John DeLorean, was going bankrupt. And there was nothing that they could do until he became a drug smuggler. John DeLorean became a drug smuggler. Let me read this one for you guys. Very interesting fact. I did not know about this until I researched this video. So by 1982, just over a year later, the company was filing for bankruptcy, even though the company had about 1,700 fully made cars left and a factory full of thousands and thousands of spare parts. Now, in October 1982, Mr. DeLorean tried to raise money for the company by smuggling millions of dollars of cocaine. He was caught by the police and was eventually let off scot-free because of entrapment. Now take a look at this photo right here. This is John Delorean. We'll get back to that in a second. This is an original newspaper article from back in the day when he was arrested. Nab Auto Biggie and 24 million coke. So yeah, this picture right here, can you guys see where my mouse is hovering over? All this is apparently the cocaine that the police found. $24 million worth that Mr. John Delorean was trying to smuggle to make money to rebuy back his car company or prevent it from going bankrupt, something like that. And yeah, he was caught. But because of a technicality, because of entrapment, he was found innocent. Very interesting turn of events. Now, the story goes on. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Looking at the wrong camera. The story goes on, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's continue. A company. We'll go back to the car for a second as we talk about this. Where's the car? A company called Big Lots bought all the spare parts from the DeLorean company because it seemed like a good business idea at the time. It was a business transaction at the time. Little did they know that how good of an actual deal that would become later, because a little movie came out. Maybe you guys have actually heard of the movie. Not many people have. It's nothing. It's called Back to the Future. I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? So yeah, this little movie called Back to the Future made this car absolutely lusted for. Here we go. I'm just trying to read where I'm up to now. Along with the flux capacitor, the car reached. Along with the flux capacitor and the car with its flux capacitor needed to time travel. It needed to travel at 88 miles per hour. But this is the problem. In the actual DeLorean car, the speedometer doesn't actually go past 85, I believe. So the movie had to actually change the speedometer to go to 88. It went to like 90 or 95, something like that. But that was an interesting fact that I thought was really, really interesting. What are we up to now? I wanted to quickly show you guys, before I continue on the story, this is Mr. John Delorean. Where are we? Here we go. I'll make it a little bigger for you so you guys can read it. John Zachary Delorean was born on January 6, 1925, and unfortunately he died on March 19, 2005. Was an American engineer, inventor, and executive in the US automobile industry. Most widely known for his work at the General Motors and as the founder of the DeLorean Motor Company. So yeah, that's that guy. Luckily, he was alive to see the success that his car company became eventually. So that's really, really cool. We will continue. Where are we up to now? We'll show you guys the flux capacitor again and the car. Now, this is where things get interesting. Okay, the movie made the car an instantly recognizable piece of transportation. Yes, did it ever. Made it instantly recognizable piece of transportation, and people wanted the car for themselves. Well, thanks to that deal that took place when they went bankrupt, thanks to this warehouse with now thousands of spare parts and many cars that weren't sold as well, there's now a huge community of people who own the car and regularly get originally made spare parts to fix their cars. So these spare parts were made, back in the day, the 1981, I believe it was, something like that. And yeah, thanks to that business deal that took place when the car company went bankrupt, there's a basically warehouse somewhere with all these spare parts, and people that have owned the cars have wanted spare parts over the years because they've crashed or that things have gotten bad. There wouldn't be any rust because the car's made of stainless steel, so that's a good thing. Now, where are we up to now? Okay, you're going to fix the movie. Okay, the movie made the car an instantly recognizable piece of transportation, and the people wanted the car for themselves. Okay, now that warehouse was an absolute godsend for the people. Out of the 9,000 cars that were made, Apparently there's about 6,500 left today. But wait, there's more. There's more, everybody. There's more. What are we going up to now? Because there's still a factory filled with spare parts even today, they're now making newer cars with the original 1981 stock. But these cars will be made with an even better engine because the older cars were apparently notoriously underpowered. Yes, they were apparently. So they're going to be making these cars again with the original stock. Apparently I saw in an interview somewhere that they've got like 99 roughly percent, could have been 95, 99, something like that. Don't quote me, but they've got roughly 90% plus worth of original spare parts. Now the other percentage that they don't have, they're actually making this with, you know, modern day technologies. They're scanning the originals and they're building these brand new, whatever it may be that they don't have brand new. And sometimes they're actually using second-hand parts, but I think they are building a lot more things now. Now take a look at this. 1.21 gigawatts. This is a website called DMC Delorean Motor Company. And this is, I'm sure, one of a couple, few, many different websites, but this seems to be the actual car company that now has a website. And if you want your own car, you can buy cars pre-owned. Can you guys see up above? There we go. So you can get pre-owned cars, you can look at sold cars coming soon. Now I clicked on this before, there's nothing really available to show at the moment, but I've seen photos online of like a 2021 version of a 2021 DeLorean version. It looks so cool and futuristic, and yeah, will that be made? I don't know yet. No one, I don't think, really knows at the moment. New DeLorean product information. So if you're the kind of person who's after one of these amazing, timeless looking cars, then this website could be for you. What's that say? Relive the dream. I had a dream where I could buy the DeLorean. I'm pretty sure my cat just farted. I kid you not. I think he did. We will continue. You can also get merchandise. Really cool looking things, but we'll do one quick Google search for you. 2021. I didn't spell that right, did I? No, I didn't. There we go. So this is a quick image search of the 2021 DeLorean. Will this be made? If it is, would you want it? Heck yes, I'd want that. That'd be really, really cool. Guys, if you liked this video, and if you liked Back to the Future, don't forget you can find me at Tallboy Gareth. And you can find me on my social medias, Lights, Camera, Action, which is not a social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. That's been my Black Cat Shadow, and I will see you tomorrow for the next video. Peace out. Bye.